I imagine in a lot of these moments where you're the emotion is sadness or disappointment, and people will cover up with anger and rage. And I would assume part of it is to have a pattern interrupt to understand how quickly that sadness or hurt turns to anger to protect yourself from feeling that emotion.
Mhm.
Was there any of that experience that you had during your journey, we'll call it, where you had to identify? Because not too long ago, I had to realize I wasn't coding sadness properly. I was coding it as restlessness, um, some anxiety, anger, like all of these things. And it took me several months, and even now, I have to sit with myself and be like, "Is this sadness? Do I need to let this out or whatever?" And so, I was wondering if you had any similar experiences when you were trying to let go of all those suppressed emotions.
Yeah, I think there's stages to this. Initially, people, it's helpful for them to identify, oh, what emotion this is. Is it sadness? Is it overwhelm? Is it a cocktail of emotions? The truth is, you don't need to know what emotion it is, because if you fully surrender into the feeling will guide you to what you need, what how to process it.
Hmm.
Meaning, like there, and a lot of times there's stages to this. So there are three basic negative emotions. Only three: sadness, anger, and fear. You can really group any negative emotion into one of those three, the root. Okay. They all build on sadness. So without sadness, you can't have anger or fear. So sadness is the belief that I'm incomplete, I'm lacking something. The moment you believe you are lacking something or incomplete, like I miss this person, I need this person in my life, or I need money, or I need love, so now sadness comes into play because you're lacking something. And because you're lacking something, we try to feel better. So we try to attach to something. That's where anger comes in. Anger means you're attached to an outcome. I need this outcome to be happy. I need this person to come back into my life, or I need this money, right? Or you're attached to being right, attached to fairness.
Right.
That's where anger comes from. I'm attached to those things. Now, if you don't get what you want, you're still going, fear can come in, because fear is the belief that I'm losing control. I'm attached to this stuff so hardly for my happiness that it's not happening. I'm losing control. And now fear sets in. So I say this is for people to understand they kind of build on each other. You can't have fear without sadness. It all starts with sadness. So what I'm really trying to say is these will slowly unravel as they need to be. I really don't want people to get in their heads and think what emotion it is. I really just, the more you can just feel that emotion, it will guide you to how it wants to release. So oftentimes crying will release it very powerfully. Sometimes you get shivers down your spine or your legs or goosebumps. That's a good release point. You'll feel a deep exhale release, like a relaxation. But if you sit in that emotion and be with that emotion, it will work its way through and you'll know what to do intuitively.